In this video, we're going to talk about energy change that happens during covalent bond forming and breaking. So there's always an energy change that happens whenever a bond is formed or broken. We're going to get into the energy changes and reactions in later chapters, but this fits pretty good in this chapter now, so we'll give a little preview here. So whenever a chemical bond is formed, energy is released. And whenever a bond is broken, energy is absorbed. This concept is tested on the New York State Regents just about every year. It's one of the most common questions I've ever seen, and it's one of the questions that my kids struggled with the most until I learned this simple trick. And now my kids do really great with this question. And the trick that I'm going to teach you is called BARF, or BARF. So if you can remember BARF, you can always get these questions right. So BARF stands for broken, absorbed, released, formed. So these questions always look really familiar. You'll be able to recognize a BARF question just by looking at your choices in the multiple choices. So here's how a BARF question looks. Given the balance equation representing a reaction, it says which statement describes the changes in energy and bonding for the reactant. So if we scan down to our choices, we see energy absorbed, something's formed, energy is released as water is formed or broken. So just by looking at these four choices, I would know that this is a BARF question, and this will become really obvious to you the more we practice these. But to get it right, you need to remember it's a BARF question and what BARF stands for. Breaking, absorbs, releasing, forms. So let's look at the equation. Are we breaking bonds or building bonds in this question? Did we form a bond or did we break a bond? Well, we had water, H2O, and we added energy, and it looks like we broke it down into hydrogen and oxygen. So we broke bonds. So does breaking release or does breaking absorb? Be A, breaking absorb. So we want to look for energy is absorbed as bonds are broken. And it looks like that is choice 2 here. Energy is absorbed as bonds and water are broken. So this is a BARF question. I'll have a couple more practice ones for you to do. But let's summarize here. Questions about changes in energy when bonds are formed or broken are very, very common questions on the New York State Regents exam. These questions always look the same and should be easily recognized. You just need to remember this little saying, this little word here, BARF, breaking, absorbed, releasing, forms. I hope this helps you answer all the BARF questions that you will most likely have to answer on test quizzes and of course the New York State Regents.